प्रपन्नपारिजाताय स्तोत्रवेत्रैकपाणये ज्ञानमुद्राय कृष्णाय गीतामृतदुहे नमः।
ओम प्रपन्नपारिजाताय स्तोत्रवेत्रैकपाणये ज्ञानमुद्राय कृष्णाय गीतामृतदुहे नमः. We are studying Bhagavad Gita with Shankar's commentary, and yesterday we read mantras in the second chapter 11 to 13, and we have yet to read the commentary of the 13. So 11 has been sufficiently introduced by Shankaracharya, and he says that seeing Arjuna's shoka would not go by any other means except by telling him to think about the real nature of Atman. Bhagavan has started like this, that you are grieving for those about whom one need not grieve, and talking like big scholar, because the real knowers, wise people, do not grieve either for the living or dead. Because Atman, why? That is told in the 12th. Natvevaham jatunasam natvam naime janadipa na chaiva na bhavishyama sarve vayamata param. It is not true that I or you or these kings did not exist previously. Neither it is true that they will not exist henceforth, even though the body may die. All of us will always be existing. Now this plural is used because we appear to be different, because the bodies are different, not because the Atman is different. Atman is one without a second in all the bodies. In the 13th, we read again, Dehinosmin yatha dehe kaumaram yauvanam jara tatha dehantara praptir dhirastatra namuyati. Dehino asmin dehe, in this body of the people living in the body. Dehino means people living in the body, plural. In this body, there is young childhood, grown-up youth, and old age. Similarly, there is a big change when the body itself changes. The antaraprapti. The wise people do not get deluded by that change of body. They treat it just like within the body, there's so many changes are there. The body of a young boy is not at all the body of a young grown-up youth. And the body of an old man is not similar even to the body of the youth. So many changes in the body. Just like that, there is big change when the body itself has to be thrown away, another body taken, but nothing happens to the real nature of man. Let us see what Acharya has to explain. Tatra katham eva nitya atma iti drishtantamaha. So Shankar says this is an example of how the Atman is eternal. Deha yasya asti iti dehi. Dehi is he who has a body. Tasya dehino dehavad atmanaha. Dehino means Dehavat Atmana. Dehavat means one who possesses the body. Atmana, the reality inside man. The reality inside man who possesses that body, Vartamane Dehe, that body is present. Yatha yena prakarena, in the way Kaumaram Kumara Bhavo Balyavastha. So Kumar here is meant child state. Yavanam Yuno Bhavo Madhyamavastha, and youth here is means the middle ages of the body. Jara Vayohani Jirnavastha. Jara means when the age has declined and the body has become shattered, that state, iti eta tisra avastha, anyonya vilakshana. And these three states are different from each other. That body is not this body is not that body. The medical doctors say that even a single cell does not remain after 12 years. Suddenly they do not change. But each cell is changing every moment. So at the end of 12 years, we will not have any old cell in the body. So many changes are there in that body. Tasam Prathamavastha Nashe na Nasho. Dvityavastha Upajanane na Upajananam Atmana. In that respect, when the first body in the first state goes away, the reality within is not destroyed. When the new state of the second state of the body comes, the reality is not born. Kim tari, what then happens? Avikriyasya eva dvitiya tritiya avastha prapti atmano drishta. So, unchanging Atman only, we see the first, second, and third states of the body. Tatha tadvat. Vad here means like that. Tatha means tadvat. Like that. Eva dehad anyo dehantaram tasya prapti. So, different body. I told you yesterday, body transfer. So, another body has come. Tasya prapti, dehantara prapti, avikriyasya eva atmana iti artha. So that also is of the unchanging reality, real nature only. Dhiro dhiman. So dhiro means wise man, one who has the right thinking, wisdom. Tatra evam sati, because it is like this, na muhyati, na moham apadyate. He does not get any delusion that really wise man, that the man has changed. He does not feel that. He knows that the reality. Let us get an example, bright example. Sri Ramakrishna's nephew, whom he loved very dearly, Akshay, because as soon as he was born, his mother had died. And in Kamarpukur, it was Sri Ramakrishna who had reared him on his lap from childhood. And later on, when he came to Dakshineshwar as a pujari, he was seen to be a tremendous sadhaka. And so he was very dear to Sri Ramakrishna. But when he died, Sri Ramakrishna said he saw that nothing has happened to this sword. The sheath has fallen down. And so he roared with laughter to say that actual scene of body dying, but nothing happened to the reality. Later on, he remembered him and wept. That is a different thing. And that he said, Mother, you are showing me how a householder who is attached feels sorrow, not for him. So we have seen both the things in Sri Ramakrishna, and so he has shown that the reality is the same. That has been clearly seen by Sri Ramakrishna. Now, this shloka 14 and 15 will appear to be out of context. Up till now, the unchanging nature of Atman is being told, changes of the body. But suddenly, he will talk of Indriyas and the objects and the pleasure and pain which is coming from them, and it comes and it goes. So we don't expect these things. If it is a book on philosophy, but Gita is a spiritual science, and there is a deeper connection that we have to understand. Whenever it appears irrelevant, we should understand nothing irrelevant can be there. There has to be, we have to search for a deeper connection. In the 14th and in the 15th, the connection is shown. And 16th, that theme is resumed of the eternality of the reality. So, 11, 12, 13, eternality of the soul. 16, 17, up to 23, eternality of the soul. 19, 20, 21, and 22, 23, 24, 25. Up to 25, same theme of eternality of the Atman, while body changes. In between, this 14th and 15th talk of Indriyas, objects, touch, pleasure, pain. So apparently irrelevant. But deeper is the connection. So with this introduction, let us read the 14th. Matra sparshastu kaunteya शीतोष्ण सुख दुःखदा आगमा पायनो अनित्या सांस्थितिक्षस्व भारत. Matra sparsha, it has 2-3 meanings. Matra, measurement. Matra is measurement. Now, what is measurement? The Indriyas measure the object. Eye measures this color, this shape, so that is a measurement. Ear measures this particular note, this frequency, so it also measures. Like that, taste, touch, all the Indriyas, when they experience the objects, they measure them. So Indriyas are called measure. Sparsha, the object which they touch is the touch sparsha. So Indriyas and the objects, matra sparsha, one meaning. Another meaning, objects can be told matra because they are measured. Objects are sparshas. In the first, the quality of the object. What we measure is shabda sparsha rupa rasa gandha. In the second, that object which generates shabda sparsha rupa rasa gandha is measured. So sparsha gets these two meanings. And matra, same meaning, indriyas, in both the cases. Then okay. So two meanings. Matra means indriyas. Sparsha means either the quality is measured or the thing is measured. So matra and sparsha. Two. But by but the Lord has as if hinted that I am introducing a different subject relevant here. This is eternal, that is changing, but man does not understand that. That is the theme. Man does not understand that. Why? Shita, Ushna, Sukha, Dukkhada. These matras and their touch generate heat and cold and pleasure and pain. Now, pleasure and pain, heat gives pleasure sometimes. When it is very cold season, we feel, let us go to the hot sun. And cold will shudder. But in winter, in summer, what will happen? We don't want heat. We want cold. And heat will be problem. Cold will be nice. So what the result will be is unknown, but heat and cold are in a way same. So two sets are mentioned for this reason, that they may heat and cold like that everywhere, dark and light, sweet and sour, like that. But the pleasure and pain will be different in different results. So they give different contact, they give different pleasure and pain, but all of these are of a fixed nature. It comes and it goes. They never stay. Now, heat in the evening it is cold, night cold, morning heat. So they never are constant. They come and they go. And then anitya. So they are not permanent. Tan titikshasva. You have to bear them. O Bharata, Bharatavanshi Arjuna. So the term Bharata is used for Duryodhan, for Dhritarashtra, for Yudhishthir, for Arjun. It goes on varying. So Bhagwan is telling that Atman may be constant, bodies may be changing. But what happens? Man is swayed by this heat and cold. Man is swayed by the pleasure and pain. And so he can't understand the relation between body and soul. That is the point. That is how it is connected. It appears a different topic, but how it is relevant is like this, that though body is changing, soul is not changing, but man does not understand that because he is swayed by the pleasure and pain and heat and cold. So what one has to do? One has to bear them without any change in our attitude. If we are able to bear without any change in our attitude, then we shall understand that the body changes and not the soul. That is the internal connection. So an important psychological lesson is given. That is why Gita is meant not as a book of philosophy, but a spiritual book. Bhagwan only desire is that Arjuna should come out of that sorrow. Arjuna should feel his own real nature. Arjuna should go back to his duty. So that is the topic. And so This is what Bhagavan has told, and further explanation will be in the next shloka. Let us read and then go back to commentary. Yam hi navyatayante te purusham purusharshava samadukha sukham dhiram somrutatvaya kalpate. Yam hi navyatayante te, that person to whom they do not prove troublesome. Yam purusham, that person to whom pleasure and pain, heat and cold do not prove troublesome. Now he gives a big sambodhan for Arjun. Purusharshava, O bull among men. Bull only shows the great power. So you are a powerful man, but power is not only in defeating the enemies. The names also are significant. The power is in resisting the delusion caused by pleasure and pain and heat and cold. That is the real power. Show your power. And any person, when he is not troubled by these, how it is not troubled? He is wise man. There. He is viveki, discriminating, wise man, sama dukkha sukham. Whether it is pleasure or pain, he is same, so it does not trouble him. The man has built up his character, and such a man can feel about the Atma. Such a man, wise man, who is not troubled by pleasure and pain, heat and cold, because he has trained himself to be the same in pleasure and pain, he becomes fit for Amrutattva. So he shows the final goal. Amrutattva, how it is Amrutattva? Because soul is eternal. If you identify yourself with Atman, you are Amrita. If you identify with the body, you are Nashavan. And so that is the internal connection between these two shlokas. That body is changing, soul is eternal. This, if you get deluded by the touches, troubled by these touches, then you cannot understand. But if you can bear without any problem, because you have trained yourself to be the same, that is the sameness is the lesson throughout second chapter. We shall see later on. Even the Karma Yoga is defined as sameness. So, if you are same in pleasure and pain, then you will understand that, and then you will feel identified with your real nature, and then you will reach the immortality, because the real nature is immortal. That is the internal connection. Kalpate becomes fit for. So now let us see how Shankara has introduced the shlokas. Yadyapi Atma Vinasha Nimitto Moho Na Sambhavati. So 11, 12 and 13 says that one does not feel, I will be destroyed. This type of delusion will not trouble a man. Nitya Atma iti vijanata. If he knows that Atma is eternal, then I will be destroyed. This delusion will not be there. Tathapi, Shitoshna Sukha Dukkha Prapti Nimitto Moho Lokiko Drishyate. But in the world we see, even a so-called scholar also feels deluded by heat and cold, pleasure and pain. They cause delusion in the men of the world. Sukha viyoga nimitto, dukkha sanyoga nimitta cha shoka iti. Shoka and moha is the question. So, moha means delusion, is not seen, and if something pleasurable goes away, then sorrow. If something unpleasurable comes, it is sorrow. So, when the pleasurable and unfavorable are same, the sorrow does not come, neither delusion nor sorrow. Iti etad Arjunasya vachanam ashankya aho. So this delusion, this shoka and moha is in Arjuna's question. Arjuna's mind, he has not asked the question. But Lord sees Arjuna's mind, that he might have understood that we need not get deluded by the death of the body. And yet, he may get deluded by Sukha Dukkha and all that. That Arjuna may feel. And so, Bhagavan has introduced this topic. We feel the other way, that because he cannot understand the reality if he is swayed by these. So, both sides. And the shloka meaning, Matra Abhimiyate Shabdadaya iti Shrotradini Indriyani. Matras means Indriyas because they measure Shabda Sparsha Rupa Rasa Gandha. Matranam Sparsha Shabdadevi Sanyoga. So Sparsha means the Indriyas touching Sanyoga, coming in touch with Shabdadi. So the Shabdadi is Sparsha, Indriya, Dharmatra. Te Shitoshna Sukha Shitam Ushnam Sukham Dukkham Cha Prayachati iti Sukha Dukkha Da. Givers of heat and cold, pleasure and pain. Athava, second meaning, Sprushante iti Sparsha Vishaya Shabdadaya. So, objects which possess Shabda, etc., are the Sparsha. Matra cha, matra are same, Indriyas. Sparsha cha, Shitoshna Sukha Dukkhata. So either the objects or the quality of the objects are Shabda, Matra is Indriyas. So this give pleasure and pain, heat and cold. Shitam kadachit sukham, kadachit dukham. Cold is sometimes pleasurable, sometimes misery. Tatha ushnamapi aniyata rupam. Sukha dukhe puna niyata rupe. So heat and cold, uncertain whether they give pleasure and pain. But pleasure and pain are certain things. Yato na vyabhicharata. So pleasure is always pleasure, pain is always pain. That does not change. But heat and cold may yield this or may yield that. So two pairs are mentioned for this reason. Ata tabhyam pruthak shitoshnayo grahanam. So why Shitoshna and pleasure and pain, two sets are mentioned? Because one is fixed, one is different, changing. So two sets are mentioned. Yasmatte matra sparsha agama apayuno agama apaya shila. Their very nature is that they come and go. Titikshasva prasaya bear Teshu harsham vishadam cha makarshi ityartha. So don't get elated or don't get depressed due to them. I will tell a funny story on this point. Most revered Bhuteshananda ji was assistant secretary once upon a time of the whole Ramakrishna Math and Mission. In the night after food, he used to sit in front of the temple, what in those days was called mission office. They used to sit on the steps. And we, boys, brahmacharis from the training center, used to take little stroll after night food. Myself and Suhitanand, who is now the vice president, we were friends in the training center. He was 1 year senior to me. And we were walking together. And when we reached there, Suhitananda put a question. Because assistant secretary's position is very delicate. buffer-like. He has to execute many things which the seniors decide, etc. So he asked Bhuteshananji, Maharaj, you are Assistant Secretary. So you must be, many problems may be coming to you. How do you deal with them? Bhuteshanji caught the word coming. He said the problems come and the problems go. We see, we look at them. Understood? Agama apai, no. Problems come to you. He said, yes, problems come and problems go, and we only see them. So that important thing, wise man's attitude. And so he will not be troubled, he will not be deluded. So beautiful examples of everything we get in the Ramakrishna Mission. Just cursory talk, but great illumination. Then what will happen if you are bearing? Then yam hina vyathayante te purusham purusharshava samadukha sukham dhiram somrutatvaya kalpate. Shankar's commentary. Shitoshnadi sahata kim syad iti shrunu. If one bears Shitoshna Sukha, what happens to him? Listen from me. Yam hi purusham. Yam hi purusham. Syntax. Samadukha sukham. Same sukha dukkha yasya tam. Samadukha sukham. So this is the qualification of that purusha. Syntax. Sukha dukkha praptau harsha vishada rahitam. Sama means this. Sama means this. You understand? Not that he does not feel sukha. Not that he does not feel dukkha. Everybody in the world has to feel sukha dukkha. But the further reactions are not there. That is the meaning of bearing. Bearing, Shankar has made it clear that not that you don't feel sukha or don't feel dukkha, but you don't get the chain reaction, the further reaction of elation and depression. Harsha Vishada Rahitam, Dhiram, Dhimantam, real intelligence, wisdom. So this is the subject side. Na vyathayanti, na chalayanti, nitya atmadarshana. He is wise because he is seeing the eternally unchanging reality, which is himself. Ete yathokta shitoshnadaya. So these shitoshnadi are not affecting him. They are not producing the further reaction in him. So nityatma darshana nishto, so that who is steadfast in seeing his eternally non-changing reality, which is his own real nature, dvanda saishnu, that means dvanda. The world consists of opposites, but he is bearing them. Amrutatvaya, amruta bhavaya. Amrutatvaya means not that you become something. You get that sense. You get that attitude. You get that nature that I am eternal. Mokshaya, meaning is for freedom. Kalpate samartha bhavat, becomes fit for. So that is the connection. Now we come back to the great dictum of the whole Bhagavad Gita. In the shloka 16 and 17, the very central philosophy of Bhagavad Gita is being told in these two shlokas. Very, very important. Generalized statement of all such changes, non-changes, truth, untruth, reliable, unreliable, everything in these two shlokas. So, commentary will be very big for the first shloka. Because philosophy, central philosophy. Shankara has to explain. Na sato vidyate bhavo, na bhavo vidyate sataha, ubhayorapi drishto vantaha tu anayos tattvadarshibhi. So first let us understand who is generating this philosophy or this central truth. Tattvadarshibhi, by those whose nature is always to look for or to see the fundamental truth of everything. So it is based upon the experience of those who have a habit of not looking to the externals, but to the fundamental truth of everything. Tattva. Tattva, thatness. Tattva, thatness. Waters, waterness. Anything, thatness. That means the real nature. Tattva darshivi. The shil pratyay, that means habit, nature of always seeing the central truth. What they say? Anayo, uvayo, antah drishto. Anta means, does not mean end. Anta means the last real nature. The ultimate real nature is called Anta. Uvayo. Uvayo means what was told in the first line. What is that first line? Asato bhavo na vidyate. Asat. Now let us understand these two terms. Sat, asat. Asat means which changes its nature. Today like that, tomorrow not like that. That is how we can hold on to its reality. So asat means when we are dealing with it, it changes nature. That is called asat. And now it may appear to be real. I will give example, then you will understand. We do not see stars, that will be for next. Asat bhavo na vidyate. Things, suppose something is unreal. Something is unreal, like the snake in the rope. Now, the truth is that it never existed, not even when it is seen. That is the important thing. We see sometimes snake in the rope, but if we analyze, you will find even when we see it, it does not exist because it vanishes after some time. So it is asat. Asat because it now appears and now disappears. So it is not real. And such thing is never real even when we see it. Na asato bhavo vidyate. Bhava means positive existence. So the positive existence never exists for such things which changes its nature. On the other hand, sata abhavo na vidyate. Sat, things which are real. I was telling that real. Stars we do not see in the daytime. It does not mean stars are not real. Stars are real. Conditions are different. So we are not able to see them in the daytime. Relative example. Huh? Stars are real relatively, but we do not see in the daytime don't conclude that stars are unreal. Because even when they are not seen, they are existing. Now we can understand things. The things which do not change their nature, even when they do not appear to be real, are real always. Never are they unreal. And things which are unreal are never real. That is the statement. Now, Shankar will explain at great detail. Second shloka will be required to complete that idea, so we'll come to that later on. Or if you want now, anyway, one should not feel it is about. People imagine like that Atman is like a granite stone. Even if you cut it, if you burn it, it does not change. No. Take the example of the space, all-pervading space. Can you cut it? Can you wet it? Can you dry it? So that alone is real or unchanging, indestructible, which is all-pervading. Now the idea becomes complete. So it is not something individual, but all-pervading principle only is always true. So Shankar explains. Itacha shokomoho akrutva shitoshnadi sahanam yuktam yasmat. For this reason also, don't get disturbed by pleasure and pain, heat and cold, because of this truth. What truth? Na asata avidyamanasya shitoshnade sakaranasya cha na vidyate. Shitoshna and its cause, the touch. Both of these things, na vidyate nasti bhavo bhavanam astita. Bhavo means to be, means existence. Astita, existence. Nai shitoshnadi sakaranam pramane nirupyamanam vastu sambhavati. Nirupyamanam. So when you try to analytically find out, then we'll find that it never existed. Sukha dukkhadi come and go. So when we analyze, we'll find they never existed. Vikaro isa, it is a modification. Vikaracha vyavicharati, and modification will never stay. It will further get modified. Yatha Gatadi Sansthanam Chakshusha Nirupamanam Mrudvatirekena Anupalabdehe. Example. Gatadi Sansthanam. Jar, etc. is a configuration. Some particles arranged in a particular way. When we analyze, then they do not exist except clay. Clay exists, but that combination never exists. Changes, now it is there, now different combination. So as combination, it does not exist. As clay, it exists. Chakshusha niripamana. By eyes themselves, we see that the configuration changes. Mrudvatirikena anupalabde, we do not get it as different from clay. Anupalabdhi praman is used here. That means, how do you know it is not there? Because we do not see it straight away. The test of not being is that we do not see it. So we do not see it as different from clay. asat taya sarvo vikara karana vyatirekena anupalabde asat. So all things which get modified are nothing but the cause which gets appears as them. Clay is an example. Things made of gold, they go on changing, but gold does not change. So, like that, things which change in appearance or configuration are not real because when we analyze, we find they change. Janma pradvansabhyam prag urdvam cha anupalabdehe. Now this anupalabdhi, before an ornament is made, it is not seen. After it is broken, it is not seen. Gold is seen always. Clay is seen always. If the pot breaks down, it is not seen. Before the pot was created, it was not seen. So, before creation, after destruction, they are not seen. मृदादि कारणस्य तत् कारणस्य च तत् कारणव्यतिरेकेण अनुपलब्धे असत्वं तद असत्वे च सर्वाभाव प्रसंग इति चेत. Now the particles configuration is changed. You will say that they were dust, but that dust also will vanish, leaving its cause. Atoms, maybe. Atoms also will vanish, leaving its cause. So, you may think that it is absolutely non-existent. What happens if you think like that? No. Sarvatra buddhi dvayopalabde hai sadbuddhi asadbuddhi iti. Analyze clearly. Everywhere we have two sets of consciousnesses. One is configuration, does not exist. Other is the root, which appears as this. It always exists. So, however minute you may met, but the thing never vanishes unless it leaves the cause of it. So there were two sets. Cause, yes, it exists. Configuration, no, it does not exist. So something exists, something does not exist. These two things come in the mind. Yad Vishaya Buddhi na vyabhicharati tat sat, the thing about which the idea, consciousness does not change, that is real. And that about which there is changing, that is unreal. Iti sadasad vibhage buddhi tantre sthite. So, buddhi tantre, depending upon how you look at it. Everything, the existence or non-existence, depends upon how you look at it, whether it is changing or not changing. Sarvatra de buddhi sarve upalabhyante samanadikarane. Samanadikarane. That means in the same reality, in the same substance. Everybody sees that the thing is there. Only the configuration has changed. This everybody can see that the thing is always there. The configuration has changed. This everybody can see. And so that thing is real. Configuration will be unreal. Samanadikarane. That means in the same place. In the same place. Now, here something is there and it goes away. Then, but it goes away, but it leaves something. Even if this something, this table is not there, the space is there. If space is not there, reality is there. So that asti never goes away from our mind. Please analyze this. That something is there will never go away from our mind, even if things go on changing. Things may vanish, but isness will never vanish. Something is there that will never vanish. Samanadikarane understood, same thing. Na nilotpalavat san gata san pata san asti iti evam sarvatra. Nilotpalavat, no. Blue, like blue lotus, no. Now, blueness is something. Lotus is something. Now, so the reality is not like blue or lotus. Sangata, sanpata, sanhasti iti evam sarvatra. Whether it is a jar, whether it is pot, whether it is cloth, whether it is elephant, but something always is there. Not like the blue lotus, because blueness also will go away, the lotus also will go away, but something will never go. So that something is isness. Isness will never go. That is the meaning. The configurations may change. The elephant may go, amuk may go, that may go, but always we will feel something is there. Tayo buddhayo gatadi buddhi vyabhicharati tathacha darshitam natu sadbuddhi. Now, gata pata, whatever it is, will go away. Is not there. But isness is always there. That is the main point here. Isness always there. The things go on changing. In the world, everything which we perceive goes away. And yet, something is there, that isness always remains. That is the main point here. Tathacha darshitam natu sadbuddhi. So we have shown like that. Tasmat gatadi buddhi vishaya asat vyabhicharat natu sadbuddhi vishaya avyabhicharat. So gatapata whatever, because it changes, it is not there, but existence is always there. Gate vinashte gatabuddhau vyavicharantyam sadbuddhi api vyavicharati iti chet. So, lot of logic will go on here. And the logicians will create lot of confusion. So that we shall see tomorrow. We shall see the antav, the real nature on analysis. We shall see tomorrow. It appears a lot of logic, but it actually depends upon antav drishto by tattvadarshi. So logic will appear delusory and the reality will always be there, that is seen by the Tattvadarshis. So this apparent logic we'll see tomorrow. Okay? So Nasato Vidyate Bhava, the based upon the Tattvadarshis, but when we try to analyze, then confusion appears for the logicians, not for the man of experience. So let us see this tomorrow slowly. Oh, no tomorrow. Now 12 days, no class. Tomorrow is Mahalaya, Sarva Pitra Amavasya, no class. And then Navaratri starts. Navaratri, Vijayadashmi and Ekadashi. These are up to that, up to 15th, yes, up to 15th of October, no class. 16th of October, Thursday, will be next class, both morning and evening. Morning and evening, both classes will resume on Thursday, 16th of October. In between, let me repeat, university class is on Wednesday, 18th. Because the university is not closed on that day. So, university class only will be there on the 18th. Otherwise, morning and evening, no class for 12 days. And we will meet for this Gita class on what day? This is 15th. Then 7 days. Oh, 26th. 26th Gita next class. 25th, anyway, 26th Gita next class. In between, 18th university class. Om. Prapanna parijataya totra vetraikapanaya jnanamudraya krishnaya Gita-amrita duhe namaha. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hare Om Tat Sat. Shri Ramakrishna Arpanamastu.
प्रपन्नपारिजाताय स्तोत्रवेत्रैकपाणये ज्ञानमुद्राय कृष्णाय गीतामृतदुहे नमः।